And welcome back to Figures of Action. I guess I'm going to be on a roll today and actually knock out two videos after like 18 months of no videos. All right. So this is the new DLZ Toys Skull Sgt action figure. I guess they came out earlier this year. And I pre-ordered through 5K Toys. Theirs were a little late. I had reached out to them to ask, about my order or whatever, and they said they weren't completely satisfied with that first batch. So they asked the factory if they could take a look at some of the QC on some of the figures and maybe make them a little bit better, tighten things up a little bit here and there. They weren't terribly specific, but they did say that they had requested a few QC changes. So, waited and finally got my Skull Sgt 2.0, new and improved. I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, I guess. 2 weeks, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, he's been on my desk and I've been messing with him an awful lot. I've taken a ton of pictures of this guy and he's been on my Instagram, on my Twitter, on my Reddit. It's just a really, really fun figure. Let me show you what I made. Here's the box. It's pretty bare bones, DLZ Toys. Skull picture on the back there. It's pretty bare bones, like I said, and this guy was actually the best price that I could find was there at 5K Toys. He does have a few accessories. He came with two weapons. He came with a SMG. As well as an assault rifle. The clips are removable. These remind me a lot of Mezco weapons, but they don't have another bullet on top. Now, I don't know if this was supposed to happen or not, but the scope actually comes off on my assault rifle, but then just goes right back on. So I don't know if that was meant to come off or not, but it's kind of cool. The SMG, the clip comes out, but that's it. He came with an assortment of accessories. There is a Spec Ops type head here, kind of Splinter Cell Spec Ops type. The infrared or thermal goggles do not move. It's just sculpted like that, but it's still a very nice head sculpt that unfortunately, unless I was army building, I probably wouldn't use because the skull has so much character to it. He came with a assortment of hands that are very closely resemble Mezco Gomez hands. They may even be the same. He has a very, very small filtration mask that is sculpted to fit over his skull. Mine doesn't fit super tight. It keeps falling off, but it also takes a little bit from the character of the head sculpt, which I really like because it's like he's smiling almost like it's a mask. The figure has very good articulation. It very much reminds me of the Black Skull Death Brigade that Mezco did. The articulation is very similar, but this figure is actually slightly shorter than one of those. Some of the key differences between his outfit and theirs is that he's got this body armor vest that just it does come off, but when you take it off, it makes his chest look very small. This actually beefs him up a little bit. He came with a belt that was not attached, but in a separate little bag with one of the extra hands. And it took me and my wife a good half hour to get on. So, good luck with that belt, everybody. It's very difficult to put on. The boots give a very decent amount of ankle articulation there. Other than that, he's basically built like a Mezco figure in terms of articulation, which was one of the things that drew me to him initially. That and the head sculpt. And I actually pre-ordered mine before they had ever shown pictures of him with the half mask that goes on, which is a very cool look as well. I really thought that the skull was very reminiscent, if not a copy of the Doc Nocturnal skull, which is a figure that Mezco did. This is the actual Doc Nocturnal, and you can see that the head sculpts are in fact not the same. They are different. They are similar, but they are not the same head sculpt. And what else was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, he's shorter than a lot of 1/12 figures. He comes in at almost 6 inches, where some of the other figures are taller, but this guy's a smaller scale, like Doc Nocturnal is also a smaller figure. If you wanted to compare him to an actual Black Skull Death Brigade, which is what I thought he most resembled when I first saw him, they are actually bigger and taller. All right, and lastly, I'll show him with a couple of other figures that are right in his size range. This is the VC Toys, or V Toys, and 6-inch plus Ninja figure that was available from 5K Toys. And also the new Dragon Horse SCP Foundation Series Mole Rat from Dragon Horse, also picked up from 5K Toys. Alright, so this has been a very quick look at the new DLZ Toys Skull Sgt. Well, not new, but the 2.0 body was, I guess, new to 5K Toys. They're sold out. I did see online on their social media that they say that there could be a second run, more of these figures coming, as well as possibly a different version of the skull figure, possibly sporting a different outfit, I would guess, something like that. The details on this first one are pretty darn good for a third-party figure. The sculpt on the boots, the weathering and paint on the boots and knee pads, as well as this vest. It's almost like a black chrome, and it's got little nicks and stuff in it, like it's actually been worn, used, slightly battle damaged. It does have fake pockets that don't really go anywhere. They're there for looks, but you couldn't actually get anything into them. Alright, so there he is, the new DLZ Toys Skull Sgt. action figure. Alright, see y'all next time.